So 10 months ago I spent 6 weeks playing a Cataclysm private server, and I released a retrospective of the Cataclysm expansion, and there was one fairly important thing that I was worried about. But after playing the Cataclysm beta all week, I weirdly no longer have this concern, because Blizzard have done something very interesting to the open world content. By the way guys, pre-order is available now for the Cataclysm Reset XP leveling guide. If you want to support the channel, please click the link below, because this puts a cookie on your browser so that when you buy the guide in the future, I will get a little commission, and that allows me to do YouTube full time as a career, so I would really appreciate it. So when we played a private server on stream, which by the way a link to that is in the description, it quickly became very clear that the open world leveling content was brain dead when it comes to difficulty. Me and my old GM Fail were able to pull multiple camps of Murlocs and kill them within one rendability, as you can see by the footage in the background. But this isn't the case with the Cataclysm beta. The open world maintains a level of threat and difficulty that I honestly wasn't expecting, so I fell on my backside quite a lot. So either the private server I played on was scripted incorrectly and made mobs too easy to kill, or Blizzard have moderately buffed the open world. This is something that is definitely needed, as the more expansions that came out for WoW, the more their leveling content became too easy and therefore redundantly boring content, which in my opinion it shouldn't. Blizzard did fix this in later expansions, but if Blizzard continue to re-release all of their previous expansions, then this leveling problem will ultimately just become worse as time goes on for classic WoW, because the leveling problem is still there. And it does become worse and worse when heirlooms become part of the picture. By the way guys, if you're looking to pass better in Nomagon, I've made a very detailed boss to boss guide. Subscribers can get a preview of that video right now if you just subscribe to the channel, check out my channel trailer, and if you want to get the full guide you have to become a member of the channel. Personally, I think Classic WoW's legacy expansions do need a dramatic leveling revamp, because if we do get Mop and Warlords of Draenor, I mean the leveling was atrocious in these expansions. And I'm using the term legacy expansions now because calling the game Classic WoW really doesn't feel right anymore. In these expansions you had to go through a boring slog of 5 to 6 days playtime, either having to solo level all the way through every expansion's quest or batter your head against the keyboard in Dungeon Finder. Now there's two big problems with a boring leveling experience. One, current players can't be bothered re-rolling, and once they are bored of playing their main, they're probably just gonna quit. Two, it deters new or returning players, because in their minds they'll feel the sentiment of, oh, it's too much of a boring grind and it's going to take way too long to catch up to everyone else. It's probably too late to start in the expansion. This is quite literally the most frequent question I get on my Twitch, and I think every Twitch streamer can probably relate to this. People are always asking, is it too late to start playing the game? And I think it is a very genuine concern that most players feel. So I think that Blizzard should strive to solve this concern that most players have. When the level squash was introduced in the Shadowlands pre-patch, along came Chromie time leveling. The concept is pretty simple. You choose an expansion to level up in, that gets you high enough level to play the latest expansion's content. Then you progress through the latest expansion and Bob's your uncle, you are max level. On retail you no longer have to slog through every single expansion to get to max level. And I don't see why this system shouldn't just be implemented at this point into Classic WoW, into Classic Cataclysm. The majority of the audience, if we're going to be realistic, who want to carry on playing Cataclysm Classic, are an audience with an endgame mindset. Therefore the leveling should be a short and sweet fun process with quality over quantity in mind. Experience from Battlefront should be buffed because that is a really fun way to level. Open world group leveling should be buffed so that playing with your friends doesn't nerf your XP per hour. Nobody wants to play 5 days playtime either grinding Dungeon Finder or playing every expansion one by one. People who want to play Cataclysm, strangely enough, want to play Cataclysm. They want to play the revamped zones and then level in the 80 to 85 zones. And most people very likely don't want to go through the TBC and Wrath of the Lich King leveling zones all over again. So why not reduce the amount of XP needed to get to level 85 and implement a system similar to Chromie time leveling? So people should just be able to pick whether they want to level in the Cataclysm revamped zones, or Outland, or Northrend, or maybe even the option to level in the original vanilla world. And when you're done with that, straight to the level 80 to 85 zones. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Before you run away though guys, please do me a solid and check out one of the videos on my second channel. I have a video over there that I did spend a lot of time on. It took me 50 hours to edit. What I basically do in a video is I attempt to complete the game Oblivion as the adoring fan NPC. Anyway guys, ciao.